Hi peeps, welcome to Buffy Bees Deals YouTube channel. I wanted to talk about something that a lot of my friends and family don't really know about my time in law school and passing the bar exam. I went to law school. I took and passed 2 bar exams in 2 different states. First time on both, passed them on the first time. But I am not a practicing attorney. And I'm going to tell you the story. I have an outline here, a couple sheets long. I want to make sure I get everything out. Before I get started, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I release more videos. Okay, I graduated undergrad in 1992, and I'm thinking, man, I got a bachelor's degree. People have been telling me my whole life I'm smart, I can get out here, make a lot of money, be independent, love life. Hell no. I couldn't find a job. And when I finally found a job, I was working in accounts payable, an accounts payable clerk for a local bank. And turns out my yearly salary was less than the tuition that my family paid for me to attend the private college I just graduated from. Sad, sad, sad. So lived at home because wasn't making any money, right? And my aunt kept telling me, go to law school, you should go to law school. Okay, I got nothing to lose. Take the LSAT. Didn't do that well, didn't do that bad. Applied to 2 different law schools, one at home in my hometown and one out of state. Which one did I go to? The one in state, hometown, cheaper. Tuition is crazy, right? And again, this is back in 98. So I can only imagine what the rates are now for attending college or law school. But there was one caveat at my local law school. They were like, well, you're kind of squeaking in there, so we want you to take this law school summer class. It's like a prep class to get you prepared for law school. Okay, I took it. I passed. I'm thinking, oh, man, I can do this. I'm officially accepted now. And let me say that at the time in 98, I went to law school full-time during the day, okay? But I was also working a full-time job at night, and I was finishing my Master's of Business Administration at another school because I had started there, and my law school wouldn't accept different accreditation, so they wouldn't accept the credits. I didn't want to start all over. So I was going to get my MBA, taking those classes in the evenings. Crazy as hell, I know. I think back on that with my lazy behind now. There's no way in hell I could do that now. Work a full-time job. While going to law school full-time, going part-time for a master's. It's not going to happen. So anyway, law school full-time is 3 years. First year. Man, you talk about the struggle was real. Oh my goodness. I did so bad. I was placed on academic probation. I was that close to being kicked out. Why? Because my little dumb ass didn't know about IRAC. IRAC, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. That was how you needed to answer your law school exam questions. I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. Why the hell didn't you tell me that? So I did really poorly on my exams. I also did poorly in legal writing. I think I got a D. D for doofus, D for dumbass, D for dummy, right? And I remember one of my law school professors, it was a man and a woman. The woman told me, you should just drop out. I'm thinking, bitch, where's the encouragement here? You're just kicking me while I'm down. I'm like, thanks a lot, biatch. I will never forget that. That summer after my first year, I was working a summer position, and I was so desperate to stay in law school. I'm like, how am I going to tell my family? Because they all thought I was smart too. I always knew it was just a game. I don't know shit, right? And it finally caught up with me. So how was I going to tell them that I'm a dumbass? I don't know crap. So I went to my supervisor at the time and said, will you please write a reference for me? Because at my summer job, they loved me. I was working for the state government. And they loved me, like, oh, you're going to be an awesome attorney. You're so smart. And again, fooled them too. Anyway, he wrote a really awesome reference for me, and it took a lot of me to go and ask him for that because I'm one of those people, I don't like asking for help, but I want to help people. Stupid, right? Ass backwards in country, and I'm not even from the country. So anyway, I get through that. I barely stay in. I go to the second year of law school. Still a struggle. A little bit easier. Not getting D's now. I'm struggling with that IRAC, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion, but at least I know to use that on my exam answers. Third year, same as second. Still a little bit easier, but still a struggle. The good thing about the third year is I was able to choose a lot more of my courses. You know, the first year and a half or so, you have to take all these required courses. And they were kicking my ASS ass. And not gonna lie. And one of my most hated courses was contract law. To this day, I hate contracts. Why? There's no such thing as an ironclad contract. There's always a loophole. There's always a way to get out. F that. But the funny thing about that, a lot of the courses I chose my third year were tax law. I've always liked working with numbers. Should have been an accountant. And it's funny, the IRS code is humongous. I mean, it's massive, right? But a lot of loopholes in there. And the beautiful thing, even with contract law, loopholes, that's job security for attorneys, right? Because people need us to search through all that stuff, find those loopholes, argue it, and get you out of stuff, right? Okay. Now, so I graduated in, I started in 95. I started law school in 95. I think I said 98, but I started in 95. So I graduated in 98. It was the last weekend in April of 98. I graduated with my Master's of Business Administration degree. The following week, I think that was actually the first weekend in May, because the next weekend was Mother's Day, and I actually graduated law school on Mother's Day. So you're thinking, hey, she did it. She's graduated. Everything's cool. Hell no, because now I got to worry about the bar exam. Oh my effing God. I'm trying not to cuss, trying to be a better person. That's my New Year's resolution every year, is to try to stop cussing so much. I'll never make it. But I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying, right? So what I did to get ready for the bar exam, besides being scared shitless, see, I'm cussing again. I got to do better. Is I signed up for a bar review course. Best decision ever, because I didn't know IRAC, so I didn't know how to prepare for the bar exam. No effing clue how to prepare. So they taught you how to prepare, which basically is all about drafting some outlines. And let me preface it. Back in 98, when I took the bar exam, we studied, it was 8 or 10 different subjects of law for the exam, for the bar exam. Now, the bar exam was going to be, part of it was going to be essay, and it was going to be 5 or 6 subjects of those 8 or 10 you studied. And here's the kicker. You don't know which 5 or 6, so you got to prep all of them. And some of them are classes I didn't take in law school. Secure transactions. What the hell is that? To today, I don't really know what that is. I digress. I'm sorry. So, draft your outlines for each subject. You know, my outlines were like the size of a dictionary initially, and you keep breaking it down, narrowing it down, and you want to get to, this was the advice I was given and that I followed. You try to get down to no more than 3 pages. Some people got down to 1 page. I'm like, holy crow. I don't know how you did that, because I'm going to tell you something. Law school made me think that I was dumb. Made me think, look, not dumb like a box of rocks. Made me feel like I was dumb like a million boxes of rocks, okay? That's how dumb they had me thinking. Can't write, because I'm going to tell you something. Go back. Legal writing is not normal writing. And that's why I struggled. I'm like, what the hell, man? Again, I digress. I'm sorry. So, I got my outlines together. And as I'm narrowing them down, as I'm rewriting and making them smaller and smaller, I realized that I'm remembering more stuff. Stuff is sticking in. Repetition is the key, right? So I'm thinking I'm ready. So the bar exam, I took the July bar exam, and it was on the last Tuesday and Wednesday of July 1998. First day was going to be an essay question. It didn't come from the state. It came from some national legal organization. And then there was some multiple choice. I think it was it 100 or 200 multiple choice questions? And you had to answer them kind of rapid fire. You didn't really have time to think about them because your time was limited, right? They gave you like, I think, an hour or 2 hours. And anyway, it worked out that you basically had 2.5 minutes per question to read it, figure out the answer, and go to the next one. Because if you didn't, you weren't going to finish, right? An unanswered question is a wrong answer, right? So we started the first day, that Tuesday, and it was the national essay part. And I'm, okay, I kind of got this. I'm writing my answer and everything. I look up, I'm still writing. I'm on booklet 3, little blue books. And that's what we used back in the 20th century. I wasn't on a computer. So anyway, I'm on my 3rd blue book. I look around. Everybody else has started the doggone multiple choice because they let you pace yourself, right? I'm like, holy crow, man. I'm running out of time. I'm doing something wrong. I really am effing dumb because I don't know how they done. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to get this out. Holy crow. So I hurried up. I finished, turned it in. Take a deep breath. Oh my God. So I'm going to drink some water because I'm still emotional about this. And it's 2023. This happened to me, 25 years ago? Holy effing crow. Sorry about that. So I get to the multiple choice and I start answering them. And I'm like, man, okay, I know this. It seemed easy, which is a little scary. And I mean, there were a few that were tricky. And what I did with those, I followed the advice. Narrow them down to what you think are the 2 best answers. And of course, when you narrow them down like that, you're thinking, well, hell, either one of them could be right. Which one is? And it was always 1 or 2 words that would make the answer wrong. And you had to find that 1 or 2 word, that made it wrong. So I narrowed those down with my best choice. Time's up. Day 1's over. Whew, sweet Jesus up in heaven. And they told us in the bar review course, go home that Tuesday night, relax, don't do anything, do not review your outlines again. I didn't listen because you know what? I'm scared. I didn't want those 3 years to be for naught. I'll go up here. I barely graduate. That's probably last in my class. Who knows? I barely graduate law school. I don't want to sit up here and then fail this exam. And the kicker is I had to borrow the money from my mom to pay for the review course and exam. I think it was like $1,000 total to take the review course and the exam. I didn't want to let her down too. I'm like, this shit would be thinking, yeah, you're a dumbass and you owe me $1,000. Ha! So I go home. And at the time I was living by myself, I think, and no, I was living with my boyfriend, and I'm stressing out. He's like, whatever, and so nonchalant, like, I'm like, ugh. So anyway, I studied again. I didn't care. I had to. It was like, I gotta get this. Okay, Wednesday comes. This is day 2, second and final day. This is when we take, it's all essay, and it's those 5 or 6 subjects for the state, right? We reviewed 8 to 10 subjects in the bar review course, and now they're testing us on 5 or 6. And I'm telling you, 25 years ago, I still remember some of these questions. But I remember getting there that second day. I got there early, and I ran into people, that were there yesterday, because why else would you be here at the bar exam, right? And we started talking about the multiple choice. Everybody's talking about the multiple choice. And they were saying it was hard as hell. What the hell were they asking? And I'm like a deer caught in headlights because I'm thinking, I thought it was easy. I really am a fucking dumbass. Sorry. Help me, y'all. Y'all need to help me. Help me. Stop cussing. Okay, so I go into the exam on day 2 on Wednesday thinking, oh, man, But then I said, you know what? Bump that. You got nothing to lose. Just go for it. So I went for it. One of the questions, I had no clue. It was something like the governor of your state wants to pardon one of his friends, but he wants to do it legally. I didn't even know what area of law that fell into. I was like, I don't remember this at all. Not in the 3 years of law school, not in the bar review course. So you know what I did? I BS'd my way on that one. What I did is I said, well, I really don't think the governor should do that because the optics of it, the appearance of it is shady. And let's face it, not just the appearance of it, it was shady, period, right? So that's what I argued there. No legal theory. I just said it was shady. Don't do it. let's go to the next question. One of the questions I remember, I was like, oh, I know this. And, and I start writing my answer. Because when you're writing your answers and you get to the rule, all the rules of law have like elements to them, right? And you have to remember those elements, and you point out which is there in the case and how it applies to the case. That part is your analysis. That's part of the IRAC, right? What's the issue? Robbery. What's the rule? And you talk about the rule, and it's got the different elements that you have to prove in order to prove robbery. So you analyze the facts that were given in your question, how that meets their rule, and then you come to your conclusion. IRAC, right? So, and I'm rocking and rolling like, hey, I got this. Then I get to the end, and I said, something told me, Buffy, go back and read that question. I go back. How did I do this? I had the right rule, but it was for the wrong question. The rule of law that I chose